If you've been weighed down by all the events going on in the world, or maybe you've got some things going on in your personal life, you are not alone. In this video, I'm going to share with you some tips on how to raise your vibration instantly. Your vibration matters deeply. As a transformational coach, a healer, a leader, whatever role you play in this, it matters so much because we are either feeding fear or we are feeding love into the collective. And if you think about it this way, these two options, we have a choice. And if you think about this way and the importance of feeding the love rather than the fear, it can make such a difference. And in my mind, it's so important for me personally to keep my vibration high so that I can really help the people that I was here to serve the most. Because if I am feeding into the fear, then I am not doing my best work, period. Here are some tips. So, first and foremost, and you are probably already doing this somewhat, and I've done it myself. And right now, I know there's so much coming in on social media. It's really hard to avoid it completely. And that is turn off the news. If you can turn off the news, that is such a huge piece. On social media, one of the things that I've done is I pay attention to how I feel when I see someone posting something, whether it be political or something else that's going on in the world. I check in, like, how is this making me feel? Am I feeling fear or am I feeling love when I read this post? Is it encouraging or is it putting me into the loop, into the collective of fear? And if that is the case, then I check and see, is this someone I normally follow? Is this someone that posts like this all the time? Or is this something that's just a one-off and maybe I can just scroll on and ignore it? So I pay attention to those things and I unfollow those people, whether I agree with them or not, that are triggering the fear rather than encouraging love in my news feed. So that's super important, number one. Number two, ground yourself. Get outside, get out in nature. Even when it's cold, it's here. I'm in Missouri, and as of right now, we're in the middle of February, and it's cold. It's cold. We have snow outside. It's icy. Even when it's cold outside, I sit outside for 10-15 minutes, if at all possible. I'll put my wool socks on, sit outside, and just for a few minutes, 10-15 minutes is really all you need. Your vibration calibrates with the earth. Such a like your frequency will match the earth as you connect with it. So it is so important and good for us to be able to connect with nature in this way. So don't forget to do that self-care and get out there even if the weather is not you're not able to. And yes, I sometimes miss. This morning there was literally snow all over and I wasn't willing to go out and, with my socks on, but I know I'll be back at it again tomorrow because I can, or I can open up the garage and I can stand on the concrete and look out that way. You only need a few minutes to connect, and that's it. So that's huge. I was reminded as a coach, this is number three. I was reminded as a coach, some of the tools that are so good, we forget about. We have them in our toolbox, we learned them. Maybe it's not like my primary thing that I use with clients. So I'm like, oh, this is a great tool, but I don't really use it all the time with myself. So I want to bring it to mind for you in case it's the same for you. One is tapping. Tapping is amazing. And if you're not familiar with it, you can look it up. You can find plenty of tutorials. It is amazing how it releases emotions out of the body so that you can process things a little bit better. So they really does a good job of settling down the nervous system. Number two, I was reminded of by a friend of mine, and that is Donna Eden's energy exercises. She has an energy routine. If you search Donna Eden, I'll put the link here in the description so that you have it. But if you search her, she's got a whole energy routine that you can start your day with. Once you learn it, I think her videos maybe 8 minutes long. Once you learn it, it takes 3 or 4 minutes. I'm not even kidding. So it's easy, maybe even less than that. Super easy to do. And I know that I feel energized after I do it. So that's another tip that you can do. Number 4, consciously choose what you are going to do. Consciously choose so that you can stay empowered. What I mean by this is you can consciously choose what you're doing all throughout the day. I'm choosing to be on social media right now. Instead of scrolling through, I mean, I know many of us, we have to be on for our businesses, but instead of scrolling mindlessly through, making that statement puts you in an empowered state and brings you out of that just subconscious routine that we end up being victims of sometimes because we just simply forget. So consciously choosing, I'm choosing to do this. Right now, I am choosing to take a break. I am choosing to take a break, or I am choosing to go outside. Feel how empowering it is just to say that, even if it's something that maybe you do want to check out what's going on and you do want to watch the news or you want to read an article. I am choosing to read this article right now. It's very empowering to put it in that light and to say that our words matter so much. Putting ourselves in an empowered state is huge. Okay, next, posture and your breathing. Pay attention to both. I know many of you probably already practice breathing techniques. If you don't, there's so many out there and there's so many amazing ways to do it. I keep that part simple and I start each day with a breathing exercise. It takes me about 15 minutes, a combination of breathing and meditation that I do. If you want to know more about that, just comment below and I'll share that with you. The other piece to that is your posture. Pay attention to how you are showing up. If you do get sucked into some of the fear, pay attention to where your posture is. Many times we might be even hunched over, we might be looking down. And if you notice your mood going in that direction, simply sit up straight and tall. Pay attention to your posture. The physiological shifts will help you shift internally. They are connected. Your body and mind are totally connected. And that's a simple way to be able to shift into a higher vibration really easily. And number 6, surround yourself with amazing people. Surround yourself with people who are encouraging, who are in a higher vibration, people that challenge you, that you want to be like, that you feel empowered being in their presence. Be around those people and hang out with them. And if you're not, go find them. Where are they? Ask yourself that question. How can I find the people that are going to be encouraging and that are going to uplift me? How can I find them? Where are they? And your mind will start to look for them. Little tip for you. Look for those people. And if you're not, want to encourage you to join my free Facebook group, Neuroscience for Intuitive Coaches. It is a very collaborative and very encouraging environment. And I'll put the link below to that as well. Thank you so much for listening today. I hope you find this helpful, and I'd love to know what's working for you. How are you in the case of with stress going on and with some of the things going on with the world? How are you keeping your vibration high? I would love to know. Thanks for listening.